Alice said it's unsure if we can rely on her, but we're just gonna keep her in initiative order. Okay. Looks like everybody's back. Center is here. And now we shall see. Okay, I think last time we ended on that crazy mushroom eye cultist calling calling out something. I still don't understand the language, but whatever it was that he yelled, it was answered by something deeper in the in this complex, in this part of the level. Not too far though, it's already pretty loud, so you'd expect whatever is approaching to take very long. And the response sounded like gurgling, there's squishy, there's a certain kind of wetness to that roar that you hear that's very unsettling, but the sound of it is like nothing you've ever heard before. And what is also very unsettling is how it just makes that cultist, that Morlock cultist, grin in satisfaction and a smug sense of superiority. Souma, it's your turn.
Well, I'm seeing how everyone's darted towards the danger. Someone will like cast your eyes wide and like, what the hell are you doing? And well then, I guess I will have to first move because there's a light there. That's Sir Otto. For the next action, I will retrieve my backup flute, and for my last action, I will inspire courage. I've already forgot if I used the lingering composition on it last time, but better to just renew it completely.
Alright. Birke's turn. Birke is near death.
Like, you all are near death.
She's bloody. She's in poor condition. But she is also angry at being, at seeing this sort of almost mocking grin on the cultist's face. So she, what is she going to do? Does she have anything that is particularly helpful here except to go in and attack? I don't know if it's already her preferred target. Does anyone remember that?
Pretty sure. I think this is the last thing we've been fighting for like 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, likely. Right. So... Train for Commodores. Who's one of the hunters edges out your talent and outwitting you gain this plus 2 to deception, intimidation, stealth, and any checks to recall knowledge. You focus your attention on a single, you become unstoppable. You gain the hunt prey action. You focus your checks must be you gain plus 2. Yeah, it's like I keep trying to figure out what it actually does. It doesn't really do that much, I guess.
It's not really a combat thing, it's more...
Yeah, exactly. Alright, anyway, so she steps into the room, and closing in, even though she doesn't have to, but she knows that the light is important and she wants to illuminate the room as far as she can. And I totally forgot last time that the Morlocks are light sensitive. So with the light being so close, they actually have to.
I think you mentioned something.
Yeah, but
It was mentioned once.
Warlocks, I did it, but then in the second session, I completely forgot about it. So what happens is that they're actually because let's just say that this is the first time she brings the light so close to the cultist, which is even possible because she's fighting at reach, and she remembering the Morlocks you were fighting in that previous room were so sensitive to the light. She brings her glowing Gizan very close to the cultist, intentionally blinding him, which gets his smug smile off his face. It's just his like white mushroom-like eyes, like, and he's squinting and blinking like crazy. And then she attacks. Target and attack number 1. And attack number 2.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Boom. And with that,
she should only get one attack there, shouldn't she?
or she moved in, and now she's attacking twice.
Oh. I thought when you first used the light thing, I thought you said it took an action to blind them. But if not, then I'm not complaining.
It technically doesn't. Like, it just says when first exposed to bright light, monster is blinded. But you're right. Last time I had decided that
If she takes two attacks, I'm not complaining at all. That's all I'm saying. I think if I remember correctly, you said like if you take an action to wave a torch in their face or something like that.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think that's what I said because it seemed just too weird to just like automatically have them blinded as soon as any light touches them. So I guess I'll take back that blinded condition. There you go. And we'll stay with the 2 attacks, and the second one is enough to cure the cultist. And in death, however, it mumbles something as blood keeps spilling out of his mouth. And even though you don't understand the words, he just kind of keeps repeating the same 2 words over and over again in that language, almost as if he's like praying. But you have no idea what it means. Alright. From around the corner, Ottardo and Birke, you can see that this room has this like opening where a narrow rivulet of water trickles down to the south. Actually, it's coming from that narrow tunnel that's connected to this room. And through that tunnel, you hear that gut-wrenching roar again. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then look at that. And it doesn't take long. It just keeps coming closer and closer to 3, 4, as something slithers into view that at first looks kind of like a giant maggot again, but there are some things about it that just put you off immediately. First of all, its outer shell doesn't look anything like a maggot. It is like you can see pores, you can see like moles on it as if it's just skin, almost human looking, but with a strange rubbery texture and just kind of loosening it down. And then this maggot shape, and it's also pulling itself forward with 2 hands, in addition to like doing this sort of maggot convulsions. And at the same time, it is screaming the whole time.
Just screaming the whole time.
Yeah. And then it raises its head for the first time, and the screams are even more horrifying because you recognize remnants of humanity in there, or of like sentience, but nothing is left of that anymore. It looks like it's just been, if it has ever been humanoid in shape, nothing of that is left. It's just been horrifically warped to this aberration. You see like bubbles on its skin. It's almost close to liquid in some places. Yeah, just utterly horrifying. And as it slithers into the room, holds itself forward, that screaming that it does, this roar turns into a moan that is almost piteous in nature. And I will need everyone to make a will save. Everyone who can hear it, so that includes Lucca and Souma.
Actually, I want to use my class feature.
Yes. Counter performance.
Yeah, I'm just reading what it does.
Yeah. Roll a performance check. Type you know.
Okay.
You and ally, so it has to be an auditory performance. You and all allies in the area can use the better result between the performance check and the saving throw. Great. Perfect. So roll your performance check on something auditory.
Yes, I want to say that Souma tries to, well, probably for the first time in this adventure, to take a note with her own voice and try to drown out the moaning. No, it's just a description. Right. That's might be not enough.
Well, we'll see. That is.
Well, we can take the better out of this thing. So.
Exactly. Okay, there is Birke's will save. Here it is. Roll it. Ooh, see, so Birke would prefer that. Performance roll. So with Ottardo, Souma, Lucca. Alright. So nobody failed, is the good news, but both Birke and Ottardo, you feel sickened by this, which kind of makes sense because you can also see it in addition to hearing it. So it's just it's sickening to your core that something could be so horrifically warped. And it continues that moaning the whole time as it is here. So that is going to be something I'm going to have to do in a minute again. Okay, so it came in here, it did its moaning, which doesn't take an action. It took two actions to move all the way in here, so it has one action left to attack one of you. Let's see who it's going to be. Birke. So Birke gets targeted, and then the thing just throws like lashes out with one of its claws, but misses. Okay, Ottardo.
Ottardo is making a run for it.
We are paused.
Oh, we are
Sorry
paused.
about that. And remember that the sickened you spend a move action to retch, which lets you re-roll your save. And if you succeed, you reduce the sickness condition by 1.
Okay, he can speak. If he can speak, he'll just say run. That'll be 1 action to get there. He'll spend 1 more action raising his shield.
Alright.
And that leaves him with 1 action. Should he be much more? Yeah, he'll attempt to retch, which will be a fortitude save.
Alright, you see, so you can reduce your second value. Okay, Lucca.
Well, he's not going to question it. If Ottardo says run, of all people, then he's gonna run. He only has a glimpse of this thing coming around the corner. And that's enough for him to not want to be here anymore. So... And Lucca is actually quite fast. He hasn't had the opportunity to run at his full speed very much, but he does have 30 feet of movement, so he's hustling. He'll hustle out the door, into the darkness. Probably bump into the door here, because I think it's shut, and I don't think nobody bothered to open it last time. So he's going to spend an action fumbling in the dark to try and get the door open.
Alright.
And then he's got one action left, and he's going to... are there any restrictions on movement when you're blinded?
I think half movement speed.
Okay, we'll move 15 more feet then. As he stumbles down the hall, he's like, Birke! Please! Keep up!
Alright. Souma.
Okay. So, Inspire Courage drops, I will not renew it. Instead, Souma will take a shot at this creature, since I still have my bow drawn. It's a miss. After which she will yell like, Birke! Shut the damn door! I mean, or no, first run and then shut the door. After which she will take her own advice and move back. And just like Lucca, I will pick up my dropped object because I dropped my rapier.
Okay. So
In this-
in the darkness, you know where you dropped it, so you feel around for it.
Yes, I remember it.
When the light comes back on, we're going to discover that Lucca has the rapier and she has the
Well,
Heal me, oak. Alright, so Birke hears what Souma is calling out since this monstrosity here. She's sickened just by hearing the moaning roar, and she's going to take a step through here. First action. Shut the door. Second action. And then keep moving. 1, 2, 3. How much does she have actually? Speed.
25.
Yeah. 4. And then everybody's here. Okay. So that was her 3 actions. And then the creature. It's not particularly smart, so it wouldn't be able to use the door handle, actually, I think. It has like animal intelligence, so let's say it doesn't really use door handles. So it would just slam against the door. How would that work?
It automatically deals damage, there's no attack roll, and the damage is just reduced by the hardness.
yeah, usually there should be.
Just if there's anything about the doors at this level.
Well, in first edition there is usually.
There's sturdy wood. Oh, okay. Sturdy wood.
Yeah. Material statistics is what you want to look up.
Alright. There it is. Thin wooden structure. Wood. Floor. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's not a particularly complex door, so it's 20 hit
20
points.
hit points.
Break points is 10, right? Break threshold is 10.
Break threshold 10 and its hardness is 5.
Okay, so it
So it
moves.
moves.
Yeah.
I think Break just makes it no longer functioning as its function, but it's not like it's not the point of being destroyed.
Right.
Right,
I would say that if the door is no longer functioning as intended, that means that it's like it's open enough so that you can, you know, you can push it in. So, alright, so that's what the first action is gonna move. Second action is claw the door to do the damage. And we'll just say that it damages successfully. So that's 12 points minus 5. So that's 7 points of damage to the door, which means it's not broken yet. Which means it's gonna try with a second claw, slash for another 5 points, and then breaks the door to the point that you can clearly see the horrific creature through the large gaps in the wood that it has just slammed open or slashed open, and it's certainly only going to take another action to push in what's left of the door and make and progress. Ottardo.
There's another door here. Come on, we'll close it.
Yeah. I guess Ottardo can take one move action up to here. Close the door behind him. That's 2. Is the door in front open or not?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It is, and then he is going to move his full speed.
Okay. Ottardo is leading the charge withdrawal.
The order retreat.
The order retreat, alright.
Lucca is following suit. He's got light for like the first 15 feet, I guess. And then it gets hard. 25. He's just gonna keep on hustling. 35, 45, 55. Can't see anything. He has what, 90? So 65, 75. He's just feeling his way along the wall. 85, and then I think that's as far as he can get.
Alright, Souma.
Okay. On first action, I will put my rapier in my sheath, so I don't hold it in my. And then I'll start hustling as well. Wait. I have 25 speed, so it will be 10 to 10. But this first 25. Wait. Oh no, there's someone here. And
Yeah, if you move through, it shouldn't be an issue.
And next would be hollowed. So
Since you basically have the light behind you, so Ottardo would see you coming and be able to step out of the way.
it's something to this effect, I think.
Alright. And Birke is going to move once, shut the door, action 2, and 3, 4, 5, 25. Oops, one too many. Going up to here. Alright. So I'm gonna say now you have 2 closed doors behind you, plus the additional action I would have to take to squeeze through the other door. I think we can cut this short here. I get the sense that you're trying to escape.
Yes.
And yeah, as you like dash out of this away from this thing, dashing through these moldy damp halls, trying to not trip over the rubble in that big hall that you're in here, where you fought the Morlocks for the first time. And you hear behind you the moaning still in the distance, like muffled by the doors between you and the thing. Every now and then you just just hears like the cracking sound of wood splintering and breaking. But luckily you're able to put enough obstacle between you and the thing that you manage to outrun it, and since this is sort of almost like a maze down here with so many twists and turns, you manage to, I'm assuming you're getting right back up to where you came from.
That's
So
preferable, yes.
Is that right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so you manage to outrun it and get to the level above you to catch your breath. Are you gonna just keep on running, or should we switch to the other map?
I think crawling back to the city after getting a whoop-ass, it is becoming a good tradition for our party, so we should do that.
Okay, so in that case, you just kind of keep on running, barely turning to look back until the keep is behind you, and you're in the fog fence. And you finally stop to catch your breath and sit down and breathe, process, and hurt.
Uh-huh.
So somehow Cardis got stuck on the other map.
Yeah, I'll refresh.
There you are. All right, let's take a second here and get XP just so we don't forget that. That's gonna be a bunch. Let me gather all of those up here. So we have a bunch of Morlocks. And we also have these spike launchers.
Refuses to load. It's stuck.
Okay, so I have 460 for fighting all these Morlocks.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll put that on Birke's tab. 460. And for the spike launchers, there's 4 of them. I wonder if that also works with the XP macro.
There we go.
Yeah. So that's 24 XP for the spike launchers. Lucca's at 486. I think that seems accurate. All right.
That's a quick jump.
That is a big jump, but it also feels like a big jump. You definitely have scars to
Yeah.
to show for it. What are you gonna do?
Roll up somewhere and start bandaging.
I think taking up drinking heavily is a good option.
Picking up, sorry?
No, I mean, someone was about to say that probably taking up drinking would be a good option.
Lucca is going to. He's not even going to bother with any healing or anything. He's going to go directly to the nearest shop and buy a lantern.
Yep. I mean, I gave you a torch.
Yeah, you get back to the tower sometime in the afternoon, and the Ottardo market is probably the place that you would go to for general goods like that. There is, you've probably run into him before, but you haven't given him any spotlight yet. Cheliax. He's a kind of dour and humorless man who's tending the market. So the market itself is both like a farmer's market where the farmers from the region can come to sell their produce, but there's also a log cabin trading post, and that's the one that Cheliax manages, and he's also in charge of like giving everybody space to set out their produce on the markets where proper, and keeping everything organized. And on the market you can find pretty much any kind of adventuring gear, also simple weapons, light armor, food certainly, nothing fancy, like nothing magical and nothing alchemical, but the basic goods. So a lantern would definitely be something you would expect to find here. Like I said, he's pretty dour and humorless. He's not really it's weird that he's in sales. And he doesn't really interact much with customers. So if you don't choose to strike up a conversation with him, he'll just almost without any comment will ring you up with a lantern and send you on your way.
I will be purchasing one hooded lantern.
All right.
And
he forgets to give you the 10% discount at first. You remind him of it.
Yes, this is going to be used, of course, for the exploration of Gauntlight, and as you may be aware, we have been deputized by the mayor Menhemmes. So, I ask, are you honoring that deputization here?
And he gives you a good look, like he looks you up and down, and he says, "Man, the town heroes, huh? That's what they call you. You know that?"
Well, I don't know if I would go so far as to say that, but we are working in the service of the town, yes.
Service of the town. And he grumbles as he like counts out, or like counts out the change to like give you the 10% back, because he does and honor that. But he says,
sorry, go ahead.
But he says, "You're hired help is what you are. Certainly what they need is incompetent guards, what they call themselves. Where were they when my wife died? They can do nothing. They certainly won't be able to do anything to stop whatever's happening now."
Well, I dare say we've already stopped some things. There's, for example, the streets would be overrun by marauders by now if it weren't for us. Not self-aggrandizing or anything, just stating a fact. Oh, and I'll be needing some oil as well.
And he little grumbles, goes fetches some oil. How much do you need?
Probably as much as Lucca can afford.
Okay.
Which is not much. So he's going to, so a lantern is seven silver pieces. He has 8. If he gets a 10% discount, then he gets to keep what 7 copper pieces. So we use those 7 copper pieces to buy 7 pints of oil. So he has 1 silver piece left to his name and 7 pints of oil.
All right.
My math is good. I don't know if I can do basic percentages anymore.
Yeah. And so he hands you that. So he moves over the 7 pints, and then he adds one more, and he says, "Here, how about you take this? And if you come across some wolves out there, I would pay handsomely if you can bring me their pelts. Maybe maybe we luck out and it ends up him.
Yes, of course. I would be happy to pay for these. To do business with pelts. I can't guarantee that we'll come across any wolves the in the Gauntlight precisely, but we do wander back and forth through the swamp. So if encounter,
I wouldn't be surprised. You never know who's a wolf on the inside. I bet he ran out there to hide, crawl into that place. Coward.
Of course, Lucca can't make facial expressions, but the mask just kind of tips slightly to the side. Are we talking about hunting for animals, or is there something else you're implying?
Oh, he's an animal. He's not human, that's for sure.
Okay, but does he have a name? Does he walk on two legs?
Allegedly, he's called Yowl. Yowl Mesmin. That's what they told me.
And do I presume from all of your dour and sinister talk that this Yowl is responsible for the deceasement of your spouse?
And he looks at you in surprise, like, as if that's something that you should know. Yes, of course. Of course he is. Been 30 years. Hasn't showed his ugly muck since then, but I know he's still out there. Damn druids, shapeshifters. You never know where they might be hiding.
He's a druid. I don't suppose you inquired at the standing stones around the pond. I know them.
The druids. They wouldn't give up one of their own. It's just they're all the same in the end.
Yes, I'm sure. Says Lucca, taking up his packages. Well, I will keep an eye out for this Yowl, as you say, and should we come across any suspicious-looking druids? I mean, not much to go on besides, name and his apparent animalistic behavior. Any distinguishing features or like?
No. He's a give me a second. He's a big guy. He looks like a wolf, even in his human shape. He's a long dark hair, scraggy, brutal. Just beast of a man, if you want to call him a man.
Right. Well, I'm not sure how much of that is actionable, but we'll go with he's big. Thank you very much. Yes, I will keep my eyes open for this Yowl, and should we come across any hides, wolf or otherwise, I assure you that we shall be back to do business.
He just grunts and turns away. All right. You got your lantern. You got your oil. You got a nice little side quest. What are the others?
I guess hole up in Ottardo's little back office studio and have him start doing his massaging hands.
All right.
Which will take a while, but it's gonna take a while, but it should get everyone, apart from Lucca, back up to full.
Keep those hands away from me.
Nice. All right. Could you just how is that limited? It's not entirely charged a day. You just need to take. Yeah.
You take 10 minutes and you refill your focus. You regain one focus point. And during those 10 minutes, you need to be doing something in particular. There's basically the refocus activity, which says that you do something relating to your class.
Okay.
Prays or meditates or
Yeah,
Right.
read scripture.
that sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
It does basically mean that out of combat, he's capable of healing everyone given enough time. It's just
Okay.
it takes time.
Got it.
And Lucca will also try to be healing himself. He's once again going through his bag, which now should be quite apparent that it's filled with all different kinds of bones of different sizes, and he's trying to replace bits and pieces that have been broken or splintered. And he is also going to use his last 2 spell slots to cast harm on himself to try and heal as much he can.
All right.
Right. Oh, good. It actually did that. That was a terrible roll, but at least it properly did it again. Great. 23. I think that takes him back up to full.
All right. Birke is up to full too. And I'm guessing that Birke, after this first horror of has subsided and she's like her stomach has settled, she's probably gonna show some morbid fascination with that creature.
You're going, what was that thing?
Yeah, exactly.
It's horrible. I love it.
Yeah. It was like almost human, but just weirdly warped. It looked like it was melting, as if it was almost liquid in some places. We have to get back and take it closer. We've never seen anything like it in any of the books in the Gauntlight. This is mind blowing.
Can we try some knowledge checks with for the
yeah, you can try. I'll make it a little harder though because you barely got a look of it, and as soon as you did, you turned and ran. So you can give me a knowledge check for it, but it will be a little more difficult than normal. Let me check the appropriate skill. I think it's Arcana. We'll see in a second.
Man, I would have guessed a cult, but
That is what it is.
I'm actually trained in a cult.
Okay.
said was an aberration.
That thing was disgusting.
Yeah, that's definitely correct. Oh, look at that. Yeah, no, Birke is just, like I said, she's fascinated and intrigued, and itching to go back and learn more, but she doesn't really has nothing to compare this to.
I'm interesting. Can I actually try to use Inspire Competence on that check for Birke, or it's too late for?
Yeah, she already rolled,
Let's call in Arthur and tell him everything about this. And I will Inspire Competence on him. That was not serious suggestion, by the way. I'm just spitting it as it.
Okay.
Spitballing.
Just a question: is Birke, does she have a wound?
She is currently
Near death moment. Oh yeah. She was wounded.
She should be, but I'm not sure.
But if you heal her full, doesn't that automatically get rid?
No,
You need
magic
to-
healing doesn't. You need to use treat wounds, which
Yeah,
is
you
what Ottardo is going to pivot into doing once everybody is back
Yeah.
up to full.
There is no dying condition on your sheet, but maybe that's just an error in bookkeeping. But either way, he's not going to be wounded anymore once Ottardo has done his thing.
Okay, so do you want us to roll for it, or can we just?
I think it's okay.
Here,
So it's
the wounded condition ends if someone successfully restores hit points to you with treat wounds, or if you are restored to full hit points and rest for 10 minutes.
Oh, maybe
Oh, I didn't know the second part. Okay.
Great. That makes sense. That you know, would be weird to have full hit points and be wounded at the same time. All right. What are we gonna do? So I guess the way I see it is Lucca is gonna walk in on the rest of his friends gathered up in Ottardo's office. Ottardo going from one to another. And massaging them. Everybody looking kind of beat, except for Birke, who's just like, we gotta go back.
It's just now have this image of Ottardo's office being like dimly lit, and there's incense burning in the corner and soothing music playing, and he's just giving massages out.
It's a chiropractor.
Massage table.
Yeah. Birke is gushing about the creature. Lucca's gonna say, never mind that combination. I'm much curious what all those chambers were down there. One of them looks almost like some sort of office, an accountant or a clerk or a barrister or something. And what were all those other rooms? What purpose does a lighthouse have for any of that? I mean,
Can I try to use
something there, but what was all that?
I try to use my Rose Guard lore to puzzle it potential use for this chamber. Like my knowledge of the former adventures.
Your
Huh?
Rose Guard lore, you say, Sure. Try. See what happens.
Well, you see, Lucca.
So, I mean, the Rose Guard didn't build it or anything. But I think you might recall having heard, like, there are stories about that epic battle that the Rose Guard fought against the evil necromancer. And there were these theories about the Gauntlight, or the keep actually being much more than just what we see above ground, which you've obviously certainly proven now. And there are various rumors of what may lie beneath it. And one of the stories that kind of aligns with what you've seen here is that the necromancer Belcora was actually keeping lots of servants around, like some of them just being menial servants to make her life comfortable, some of them being more of like an apprentice sort of nature. And I mean, if those stories are true, and she really was keeping like an entourage almost, then from what you've seen as you were running through these halls screaming and scared for your lives, maybe this was some sort of quarters for them. And in that sense, it makes sense that there would be like some sort of, what's the word, like major domo? Is that how you say that? Like some head servant that would be in charge of like managing the workforce, and that would kind of make sense with that office space.
I doubt it would be Morlocks though. That's Belcora.
that seems unlikely.
Yeah, Belcora was quite human. Memory serves me.
Those Morlocks, could they have some sort of tie to Belcora, or is it possible they've just moved in after her demise? It's been many years since this necromancer's defeat. Isn't
Oh
that
yeah,
right?
they probably moved in because I mean, you probably remember the those blue mite things. I mean, they were complaining that someone muscled out them from their territory. So I believe it actually happened.
Oh, is that the Morlocks? Are they mushroom eyes?
Well, I mean, the eyes are quite bulging. So
I'm not sure. Well, strange. How? I wonder how large. We only saw two chambers. If there was the need for some sort of master of the house, so to speak, a major domo, then I wonder how far they extend. We did see many other doors.
on this,
We'll find out.
yeah, I cannot even begin to imagine.
Well, I don't know about a lot of you, but I'd like to just lay down and, just be dead to the world for a bit. No pun intended.
That's a very good idea. And I think I'll go to Crook's Nook and get wasted. I need to.
Yes.
I think Birke is just gonna go like, kind of be like, be frustrated that nobody wants to go back right away, and she's gonna say, well, I might at least go to the library and see if I can find out anything about this thing.
That sounds great. Why don't you do that?
And she heads out. All right. So Ottardo will get some rest. Souma is gonna drink her sorrows away. Is that right?
That's also counts as taking a rest for my mind.
Is the activity for
Yeah.
Ginyas Mera, the owner of the crook, is going to be serving you, of course, and she's going to check in on you if you've heard anything about her associates, which I don't think you have. So
Yeah, at this point, like someone will like just meet her with an empty stare and was like, associate. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, no, sorry. Someone we didn't find anyone yet.
Yeah, she shrugs and says, too bad. Well, just keep me posted. Oh, and by the way, your mayor's discount is not for alcohol.
I don't care. And like, someone will just pay the whole tab. What she has. I don't know. What would it be like? A silver or two?
All right. So the day passes, and so does the night. The next morning, you reconvene. Ottardo's office, I guess, is as good a place as any to meet up. And let's see if Birke can find something. I'm gonna give her an opportunity to do a second check because now she's referencing the library. And also, let's see if she was able to dig up anything. Ooh, look at that. Well, she's excited to tell you all about this. She hasn't found a reference to that particular creature itself, but she did find some obscure mention of this, like, she's fascinated by these like weirdly liquid parts of its skin and the way that it just looked like it was this strangely warped creature. And she actually digs up some mentions of something called flesh warming, which is an abhorrent part alchemical, part magical technique that is practiced only by the most vile of mages or alchemists, groups of them. It is known in various cultures on Golarion, and there's very little detail of it in the Dawnflower Library, other than the fact that it is shunned and abhorred by all the major religions. Maybe the evil ones are more neutral towards it, but all the neutral and good gods would just consider this a horrible crime against creation. Because at least by these accounts, which are all written by authors or by people who detest this practice, it is just entirely disrespecting the sentience of the subject, because anyone undergoing flesh warp just goes basically losing their mind, their soul, in the process. So she's convinced that that's what a flesh-warped creature it has to be. And if it is, then there must be some greater evil at play, and we must stop it.
And did your research say anything about how to kill the flesh warp?
We stab it until it stops moving.
She looks at you, and for a second there, you realize like that didn't actually occur to her. Like look up something practical about it. It's just she just tried to devour anything that was there. It's like, well, like I said, it was all just fairly obscure references. I sorry about that. No.
Oh well, I guess we'll just try the good old bludgeoning method.
Poke it till it dies, she says as she grabs his arm. Alright, should we head back?
Maybe we should have a breakfast first.
What's that?
Yeah, maybe after breakfast.
Sure, of course.
On second thought, probably maybe we shouldn't to meet that thing with on full stomach. Then those decisions.
Yes.
I'll just be over here. I'll maybe take a walk down the streets while you eat.
Alright, so as Lucca strolls through town in the morning hours, the rest of you have a light breakfast, and then you head back to the keep. Where do you want to go? Go right back to that level the same way you came, or where do you want to go?
I just to be clear, because I missed the part where you guys actually discovered the stairs. Is that's the one and only way we found to get down to that level, right?
There are two. Well, we assume it's two. There's one in the little separate keep where there was the creepy doll.
Oh, okay.
When we went down that way, we found a weird meat tube creature.
Meat tube.
Yes, not the fun kind.
And next to it, we also found some sort of laboratory with a pickled goblin or something like that.
I see.
And then the second time we went down these stairs, and we haven't made the link between the two places we went down yet.
I see. Is it possible that the so-called meat tube is some other form of flesh warp?
If it is a very terrible way to go. There was no face, no hands. It was just, a giant leech or something.
Just meat.
Yes.
Well, very well. Never mind. And we haven't been up yet. Oh yes, it's just a giant slug thing. Great.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Yeah.
I think there was a description that when we entered the room, it was dry at first, and it looked like old skin or something like that, and then it sort of came back to life. Was that?
Well, it drank all Birke's blood and became like that.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
that's of course, it drinks some of Birke's blood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It looks like it started out looking like a giant log of desiccated flesh. And then at first you didn't even realize that it would move because it looked so dead. But then it did move, and it had quite a lot of Birke's blood, and then it just kind of turned into this, you know, its skin and everything turned moist and slimy as it clearly feasted on the blood.
Well, that's terrible. Yes, okay. Maybe let's not. Well, I'm struggling to avoid terrible things at this point. I'm trying to suggest going somewhere that doesn't have something awful waiting for us, but we're running out of options. Have we gone up yet?
I think we did once.
Did we? Did we go up to the top of the Gauntlight? Seems like the sort of thing we should have done in the first place.
I think we found a trap door that we couldn't open or something like that. I kind of remember Birke trying to go upstairs.
Well, never mind then. I'm out of suggestions. One of you pick. That sounds equally terrible.
I'd say we focus on the most recent horror, get rid of it, and then we'll see from there.
Very well then. To the flesh war, I suppose. I would be interested in seeing what is behind those other doors. Assuming that it's not more flesh. In that case, I would rather not see them. But there's only one way to find out.
Indeed. So what I'm hearing is we're back to the part of the lower level that we were in last.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you give me your exploration activities again, or what are you doing as you move down there again?
Ottardo is fine with taking the front, and he'll be doing defend, keeping his shield up.
Right.
Yeah. Souma will summon her bardic instrument with cantrip and will, I guess, provide the soundtrack.
Lucca will be carrying the lantern on him. I guess does he need to have that like in one hand, or can he like attach it to a belt or a backpack or something? People always do that in video games, but I feel like that's actually not a thing.
Yeah, because it gets hot, right? So if you had some way of, like, if it was an ever-burning torch or something, I would let you do that. But since it is actually hot, I don't think that's...
I looked a little bit. There's a specific item, the miner's lantern, I think, which you can attach to your helmet, and it's like 10 GP or something.
Well, I don't have the cash for that, so I suppose I'll be slumming it and carrying it in one hand for the time being. The wand will be safely tucked away in my belt, and I'll have one hand free for spells, and I'll be detecting magic.
All right. We'll give you 60-30, if I'm correct, for the lantern. And it is currently on. Is Birke also going to get the light spell on her? Or is that not going to be on?
I guess we do want that.
2 light sources? Wow, you guys are organized.
We're living rich today. While we're walking, by the way, someone wants to tap Sir Otto on the shoulder and tell him that, well, once we get down, let me cast magic weapon on your sword, and that should help to get rid of that thing much faster.
Alright. So we gathering at this level here. Birke has light on, Lucca has light on. Birke's is magical, Lucca's is the lantern. If you want to cast your spell, now would be the time for the magic weapon.
Well, it lasts for a minute, so I will have to try to do it in the last moment because, well, we can easily last 10 rounds.
Got it. Okay, Ottardo has his shield raised. Birke is going to try to scout ahead and behind. So she's kind of like changing position every now and then to make sure that nobody is catching you unawares. How about the others? Lucca, right, detecting magic. What are you?
What, me?
Yeah.
As
you through this level.
Yeah, at this point, if he detects magic, I think I will have to just keep my eyes open. And there was activity, I believe, as not sense direction, not cover tracks. Scout. I think it counts as scouting.
You can seek, which is like looking for traps and environmental things, and then there's scouting, which is specifically like looking for enemies.
Just to be extra nitpicky, seek is what it's called in encounter mode, but in exploration mode, search.
Okay. Well, let's put search then.
There's kind of weird, and I get why they do it, but it's kind of weird that you're either looking out for creatures, or you're looking out for like small features and potential hazards and stuff.
Yeah, like you can only use your eyes to look for one thing at a time.
Yeah, I guess I mean if you wanna explain it that way, it's like the scouting is you're way more mobile. Like you're quickly checking behind you if anything's moving. You're checking the front. You're hopping around. Whereas searching is like slowly scanning the room as you move around. So let's read it that way.
Sure.
Okay, so that means who's in particular for hidden doors? Why don't you just roll 5 blind perception rolls for me, and I'll use them as they become necessary.
DM roll. 1, 2. Sorry, this wasn't blind.
Yeah, I'll delete that one.
2, 3, 4.
All right. And as it so happens, as you move down the stairs and into that first chamber with the 3 plain chairs sitting along the east wall of this room, that's otherwise empty. You like scan the room carefully. None of you have taken the time to do this before, and maybe it's the paranoia of that thing coming back. But you're paying more attention to the finer features, and you spot right behind this chair here on the wall that the section of the wall the chair is leaning against has like slightly different color with all the moisture on the walls. There's like moss growing in places, and it's almost like it's outlining that section of the wall because maybe it's hollow.
Yeah, well, in this case, Souma will poke first Sir Otto and then Birke and point at the walls, saying, "Hey, something there. It looks mighty like some sort of concealed passage, or maybe a door."
Do you want to try to open it?
I think so. Well, first, I will like draw my weapon, and then I will try to open it.
All right. And to open it, you basically, or as you take a closer look, you notice that the chair is actually attached to the wall, and as you move the chair, part of the wall kind of pivots with it. And it's pretty stuck because the whole mechanism is because of all the moisture. It's like swollen and it's kind of hard to move. But eventually it gives way and reveals some sort of hallway beyond.
Well done, Susan.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret this. And I can see anything. All lights are outside.
All right, and Ale, you joined us. Are you with us, or just yes?
I am here.
Excellent. So just to catch you up, you got your butt kicked by a pretty horrible monstrosity. I don't know if it hasn't popped up on your screen because you weren't online at the time. So let me just give you a glimpse of that. There you go.
Oh, okay, that is not like the warlock I've been facing.
No, quite different. You were able actually with Birke, skewered the last remaining warlock before this thing appeared, and then unleashed a piteous moan that left you sickened, and everyone just made a break and ran as fast as you can, managing to close a couple of doors behind you, slow the thing down, and it has not. Like it wasn't able to catch up with you, so it's still somewhere deeper in those hallways here. But you were a Birke. I was saying that you would probably be fascinated by a creature like that, you know, with her being a monster hunter, and it didn't really like she couldn't let go of this. So after getting properly healed and everything, she spent a large amount of time last night researching it. And she is convinced that this thing, whatever it is the product of a vile, part alchemical, part magical procedure called flesh warping, which you weren't able to find any details on, because you only found references to it written by authors that detest this vile technique that completely ignores sentient beings, you know, personalities and rights of existence, because it ruins. Yes, and it's just a display of power by the caster or the alchemist to bend creation their will, essentially.
An affront to nature and everything that's holy and unholy.
Exactly. So now you're back at this level, and you are, or Souma has just discovered a secret door that you just kind of rushed past the first time you came down here. All right, so now we can keep moving. Okay, so you move into this hallway. Let me just see real quick if there's actually. Oh yeah, there's a. Where is it? Here we go. So the light as you move into here, or as a light source moves into here, Ale, you might want to step into that hallway to shed some light. You and Lucca now have light. And the light from your Gizarm, you know, just goes on for a long time. This 10-foot wide hallway is pretty long. Even Lucca's light doesn't illuminate the entire thing. It has a vaulted ceiling that is arching to a dozen feet high, so it's also fairly high. You see at least two, possibly more broken metal brackets that hang from the ceiling. But it's unclear what the frames once held. The floor is strewn with pieces of rotten wood, twisted metal. And all the way to the north, deep in the darkness, you see a very pale light that just shimmers, like outlining a closed door's frame.
Wait, that light?
Yeah, if you scroll north, you actually see it.
Oh, like all the way up here.
Yeah, it's a long hallway, like I said. It goes like your light sources kind of fade away, and then even deeper in the darkness, you see that shimmering light.
Do we want to check these doors, or do we just want to venture ahead?
I dare say that this door leads back to rooms already explored. Lucas going to try to open this here.
All right, as you move over there, Souma, you notice from beyond the door you're standing in front of the sound of like metal clanging and wood splintering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she will make a halting gesture, saying like, wait, something is beyond there. Oh, something is working there, working and clinking and rattling. Yeah.
Well, I suppose we'll see what it is before it sees what we are.
Someone by this point will put her rapier back in the sheath and prepare to actually cast spell.
So we are in the mood for more unexpected and unpleasant surprises, I assume.
Let me get over here, I suppose. And you can open it, Ottardo.
He's gonna turn around, look at everyone, questioning as in, ready?
No response.
I am ready.
Souma is incredibly concentrating, preparing to strike the strings of her magic lute the moment you open the door.
Alright, he gives it a try.
Alright, you open the door, and you're met with the smell of rust and grime. You already spot a couple of pieces of like splintered furniture, pieces of weapons and armor, frayed coils of rope, jagged shards of metal, and other kind of bits of trash lying in heaps along the walls of the room. But as you move in, and you are free to move in right now, because you also hear that sound of like metal clanging and wood splintering. As you turn the corner, I'm assuming you're not sneaking because you didn't say anything to that effect.
He is not.
Yeah, you see in the darkness movement, and you see those like giant Morlock eyes in the darkness. Even though there's basically no light here, they are so attuned to the dark that they probably reflect the tiniest amount. And they call out in their strange language to you, obviously being somewhat surprised to be interrupted in their work, but making their intentions clear. Fight. Alright, let's see your initiatives in a second. Just gonna have to fight everybody more. Alright, so let's see your initiatives. And don't forget to add 1 because of Birke's scouting. Where's Ottardo? Did you roll? No?
No. Let me do that.
I need to be at 15 then.
Yes, but it doesn't really matter because you're listed first, so that's okay.
Yeah. Under the rules as written, on ties, enemies go first. Actually, I have a thing. My pilgrim's token means that I go first in ties, which is probably why I'm first.
Nice. All right. So Birke, you're actually in initiative order. You're the first one.
Yes. the things from where I am, but I will react to the sound of those nefarious creatures that I've grown familiar with, and rush in. The game is paused, so I can't move yet. And
yeah,
rushing in.
Right. So you're rushing in, and now you can see the whole thing. Like I said, there's just all sorts of junk heaped along the wall. There's also a cold and unlit forge that sits in an alcove to the west. And right where you're standing, that's actually something Ottardo would have seen already, there are several heavy timbers that are wedged up against the door as if to keep it shut. That's right where you're standing. Yeah, so also just for you, because we forgot that last time, I had established that the Morlocks are very sensitive to light, and I had ruled that they basically get to avert their gaze as a free action unless you spend an action to really make an effort to shine the light into their faces. So if you want to take an action to do that, you can do that, but it does take an action to blind them, essentially.
Can I shine the light into their face by stabbing them in the face with silk?
No, that would be a different action then. Because, like I said, they basically get to avert. They don't have to watch you stab them.
Yeah. Okay, so that is my move. My weapon has reach. So I'm going for my second action. I'm gonna hunt prey. And that comes with my society roll. See if I can figure something out. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Where's my... here we go.
I mean, so let's try the recall knowledge, but yeah, there's...
Oh, no, okay. And then a regular attack.
Alright, that's the third action. Okay. That was a miss. Then it's Souma's turn.
Let's just keep doing what we're usually doing. So first I will this, and I will use one of my courage. That's for the most hit.
Alright, everyone pull the Inspired Courage on your tokens. And then it's one of the Morlocks' turn. Alright, and it abandons what it was working on. You can see now that the light is fully illuminating the chamber. They were working on like bits and pieces that look like they may have been a ballista of some kind at some part. It's pretty clear to you that they don't fully understand how it works. But they were in the process of assembling something, and they've created a quite horrifying, or they've created two quite horrifying contraptions that they're holding. And now so, training on you and ready to shoot a projectile. So let's see. This guy's turn, so it's gonna spend an action to move deeper into the chamber, and it's very swiftly and nimbly walks over. Is that right? No, actually, it is just gonna move into the same space as its buddy. And then targeting Birke because she has the light, it's going to try and attack. Am I using the right one? No, I wasn't. So annoying with several of them on the same square. Alright, so it's going to shoot the projectile at you from its weird contraption. That's a hit. And it does 11 points of damage.
They select at least one token.
And All right, and then he uses an action to reload that weird projectile launcher it's using, and then it's Lucca's turn.
Oh. Yeah. Can't really see what's happening. Looks a little crowded in there.
But you do see a weird, a jagged piece of metal shooting past and hurting Birke.
Angry shouting.
I'm just gonna delay for now, probably until after Ottardo.
Okay. Then the other engineer also targets Lucca, just from where it's standing right now. It is going to try and shoot. Also sharing a space with its buddy, which gives it a little bit of an edge. So shoot once, hitting for 8 points of damage, and then reloading awkwardly and shooting again and causing another 10.
Oof.
So that's a barrage of junk projectiles raining down on Birke. Then it's Ottardo's turn.
How much injured is Birke?
I'm injured, not that bad, but
Did you apply? Did you apply the new one?
I applied the second.
You've been hit three times though.
No, I only put the first 11 damage. Oh yes, no, then that's gonna be dead. Yeah.
Yes.
I am very near death.
Okay. Ottardo is going to bump Birke. That should be only 6.
Quickly laying on hands.
And then he is going to raise his shield again.
Ala, you getting those 6?
Yeah. For other things I can do because this whole hunt prey is not working so well.
Just 6, not 7.
Oh.
And then, well, he is going to move up to the...
Okay, action 2.
That's 3. Shield.
Shield is the 3rd, yep.
Yeah.
Alright, and then it's Birke's turn.
Birke will jump in.
Oh, okay.
Now that there's some room. So he will come over here, assess the situation, see all the junk, see one of these creatures. Oh, they're in the same square?
Yep.
Okay. He's going to keep on moving over here to get a little bit of a better angle. And actually, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. God, he doesn't want to get too much in the way. He's just gonna fire from here. Fire! He picks one. None of them have been hurt yet, right?
Nope.
And he fires.
Yeah, great. Fire away. Oops. Oh, that's a 10. Look at that.
9 points fire damage.
9 points of fire damage. That certainly hurt. All right. Third action? No, that is 2 actions. Birke.
Okay. Pressing on the attack. Can I move behind? Can I move behind Ottardo and attack with reach?
You can. It will have a little cover, but you definitely can.
Okay. Well, yeah. If the Morlocks have cover, that means I have a bit of cover, and I can use a bit of cover.
All right.
So move and down.
That's a hit. Yep. Roll for damage. Nice. 10 points.
And I will continue the attack, bringing my in behind to the side of Ottardo.
But this time, Alright, Souma.
Well, this time I will move in into happening. I guess I will refresh the inspire courage.
Okay.
Yeah, and for my next trick, I think I will try to insult one of these creatures, bon mot, but they probably don't understand.
Is there no effect
What
if they
effect if they don't understand you?
It is linguistic.
An effect
An
of this
effect of this
trade
trade
depends on
depends on
language
language
comprehension. Yeah, they don't understand. Alright.
Right.
Then
Then
it is one of those creatures' turns.
Turns
One of the Morlocks, the
the
one that
one
has
that
a
has a
projectile in the
in
launcher, takes a
takes
step
a
back,
back,
action
action
one,
one,
and then targets
targets
Ottardo and fires
fires
the projectile at him.
Ooh,
Crit
crit
missing.
missing.
And then just angrily yelling something, tossing the thing aside. Third action drawing a hammer that it was using to tinker with, that stuff, but now it's clearly intending to use it as a weapon against you. That was that more the other Morlock. Alright, it's gonna take a step back, share a square with its buddy. Action 1, action 2 is reloading its projectile launcher. Action 3 is firing at Ottardo. But missing, it just goes plonk off the shield, I say, without taking damage, or without causing damage to the shield. Ottardo.
Oops, I removed Inspire Courage. Put that back. He is going to raise back his shield. 15, yeah, he is going to move over here. And then he is going to target this Morlock with his Morningstar.
Ooh, that's a hit, and that's 6 points of damage. This one is yours. Whoops. 6 points. Takes those 6 points. Badly injured as it is. That's it.
That's the
Lucca.
Well, there's the sane and safe thing to do, but Luke is feeling particularly spooky at the moment, so he's going to take some big cartoon skeleton strides up to these two. And as he does so, he holds the lantern up so it illuminates his mask as he comes towards them and go, ooh, ooh, bringing the light closer and closer to them. And he is going to use. He's going to demoralize first.
Oh, okay.
He's going to attempt to. I guess let's go with the one that's uninjured.
Alright, okay.
Since it'll probably be around a little longer. And he's going to... Where's my skill check? Sorry. He's gonna attempt to scare it with his intimidating glare. 21.
21 against its will DC. That
Yep.
is a success. So despite their madness kind of protecting their minds in some ways, to, like being spooked easily. Your display here, especially with the light, which they are obviously terrified of, that really makes their knees shake.
And then the third thing he's gonna do is take that lantern and just shove it right in his face and try to blind him.
Alright, so first of all, what's the condition that is applied here? Is it shaken? No, frightened 1?
Yeah.
Right, there's no shaking.
Unless it's a critical success, which I don't think it is.
No, it's not. It's actually just barely a success. Alright, so it's frightened 1, and it's also blinded, because you spend that action. Alright. Then it's Birke.
Yes. Hop in, take advantage of the creature blinded, and that is down.
You say you're attacking the blinded one, or the other one?
The one I've been poking at.
Okay, so the one that's already pretty badly injured.
Yeah, I want to finish healing out.
Yes, and you definitely hurt it even more. It is near death, but it's not going down. Stubbornly clinging to life.
All right.
Nice.
And you just barely managed to kill it with on the nose. All right.
That's my reaction.
That is his reaction. Souma.
Okay, this time I actually can attack, so I will renew Inspire Courage on everyone, and I'm still targeting the unharmed Morlock, so I will target that one with a telekinetic projectile with one of those pieces of junk that they are working on will rattle suddenly and launch itself into his head.
Alright, launch it.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Fully exploit its frightened state, but then failed to make a lot of damage.
It should be, I believe it should be double, no? If it's critical.
Oh, right. So, not bad. Alright, was that your turn?
Yeah. One cast, then two cast.
The Warlock just lines, so it's just kind of like swinging its projectile launcher. No, actually, it's that is the one that was still holding the launcher. So it's just kind of like flinging that blindly in a direction. No real chance of hurting anyone with that. It just kind of slams against the wall and shatters. And then it's like reaching for its hammer and swinging it wildly around. I'm gonna say it picks a square at random, so that's gonna be 1d6. We'll start at 1d8. Nope, that is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. And we'll start with Lucca and then go counterclockwise. So it just swings behind itself. No chance of hurting anyone. But then it is no longer frightened now. It's Ottardo's turn.
Ottardo is going to swing at it and miss, and then swing again, miss again, and he's going to raise his shield.
Alright, raise for it. Adjusting to the bright light that Lucca used to blind it, which it now no longer is, but it is still dazzled. Alright, and Lucca's turn.
I guess Lucca will use can't see all normal terrain is difficult terrain. You can't detect anything you automatically critically fail. Does it actually have no effect on your AC? Blinded?
Doesn't it include flat-footed or something like that?
No. Take minus 4 status penalty to perception checks. Oh, right. If you're blinded, that means that others are they are that based
right.
Yeah, and that gives you a bonus against it. So if you're unobserved, I think, or whatever it is, hidden is the right thing. And if you moved, it's a whole thing. So you're currently well, now it's dazzled, but we can walk through it next time. I think I know how to do it.
Well, I'm gonna blind him again. So.
Okay, so you try to blind him again. To your surprise, it kind of blinks, but it seems to adjust fairly quickly to the bright light. So that actually
doesn't work twice. How about one of these? And he winds up one spindly arm and reaches out towards the thing, and what looks like he's trying to slap it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to cast Chill touch.
Ooh, let's chill. Save.
Fortitude save.
Alright, let's see what. Oh, fails!
Alright, that is 7 points of negative energy damage, I believe. Negative damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's negative damage and then field one. Oh, crit fail. Well, that's not a crit failure. Alright. Good. Was Lucca's turn?
Yep.
And Birke.
Okay. I can still reach it from here. And it's a different one, so I can do my hunt thing. And I should get a +2 circumstance bonus.
But just out of curiosity, what does it get you during combat? Except
Well,
that
that's basically the whole build. When I made it, that's what it's supposed to do. Like, it's not just stabby, because otherwise I could have made a fighter. So with Hunter's Edge, it gives me a bunch of stuff with it. So with that, I get a Monster Hunter, and it gives me all those bonuses.
yeah, but those bonuses. No, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be combat bonuses down the road, but I think right now, all of those bonuses only really help you out of combat.
I think he gets something if he properly identifies the creature. I think that's
I get a bunch of stuff, and not only me, but like my whole, like with Monster Hunter. All my allies get a +1 bonus on the next attack roll. And I get like me and my allies gain a 1 circumstance bonus on next saving throw to a particular creature, and my AC against the creature who has attacked.
Okay, so there's some effect during. Okay.
Without wit, I get a +1 bonus on AC against my attack.
Okay.
As well. So like that's basically the whole Hunter's Edge subclass build. Because otherwise, it makes no sense.
No. It's just that there's so many modifiers that you get here, and this like spread out over 3 different things. Like
It's a bit of a
so I wasn't fully aware what actually gives you something during combat. Okay, so that's a 22. That is a 6. Well, you already succeeded at knowledge against Morlocks, so at this point, it's a success, but it would give you more knowledge.
Yeah, as long as I get a +1 AC, which is always good.
All
and
right.
then I stab at it, and but I and the second attack.
There's it. For 8 points of damage. It is badly injured, fighting for its life. Souma.
Continuing. And time to get.
Alright. Another chunk of junk flies through the room, but misses the Morlock by an inch. Then its turn comes up, and it now like blinking the light, but still at least be able to see now a little bit, despite the overstimulated eyes. All creatures and objects are concealed from you, so that means you are observed, but it's tougher to target. So it must succeed as a DC 5 flat check when targeting. And since Lucca was the one that is trying to intimidate it, it's going to try to attack the source of its fear and roll its flat check against Lucca, succeeding, and then swinging its hammer at Lucca once for 12 points of damage.
Ottardo is going to intervene.
Alright.
Use his reaction. He'll grant Lucca resistance 4 to this damage.
Okay, so it's only 8 points of damage, and the rest gets absorbed by the magical energies. It then succeeds on its concealment check once again.
Ottardo gets to do an attack as part of the same reaction.
Oh, right. Okay, go for it. That's a hit. And that hurts,
Hurts,
but it doesn't keep it from striking a second time. It either its concealment roll, so now it's just the attack roll, which is a miss, and it is then going to move around the corner, trying to get away from the light, and trying to keep its back to the wall. Ottardo, your turn.
Ottardo is going to move, get a better view on the Morlock, and he's going to swing.
You step in front of it. It's crawling all the way back into light height, trying to get away from the blinding light. But you mercilessly press on and strike it dead. And thus the encounter ends. Alright.
If I've learned one thing from all these recall knowledge from Warlock, it's that they really don't like.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 160 feet.
Oh damn. Okay.
Alright. As the room falls silent, now that the battle is over. No more clanging.
How much XP?
160.
You should be up to 646.
Plus 160.
That's
no,
That's it.
I think I broke a bone.
Well, you got several hundred, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so do you, but you wouldn't like it much.
Yeah,
Besides,
I still bleed, and you don't, so...
yes, precisely. The bones are all I have. Starts going through his bag.
Do the Morlocks have anything of value on them?
You search their bodies, and I mean they have a handful of junk on them. Their warhammer. You could probably sell it for a couple of silver, but it's not exactly valuable. That projectile launcher. I mean, you're surprised that they were even able to make that work. So that's just junk. Short answer.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Heck of a lot of junk. Those warhammers are... well, let's just say we could use every scrap of coin that we get. But I'm not carrying them.
Neither am I. I can carry my own.
I think I can carry them. Oh yes, I've room. I will take the warhammers.
Yeah, Souma will give Birke one of her potions.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. So the tokens are lootable, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Souma. That really does help.
Yeah.
Well, this just seems to loop back around, doesn't it? Suppose there's no point. What is the point of this room?
There's another door here in the north.
I guess it was a forge.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, so I suppose that makes sense. But that door looks like it's been blocked from this side, which means there's something on the other side. Maybe we should try the door next to you, Ottardo.
Sure, but could we maybe just take a 10-minute rest before we press on?
How about a 10-day rest somewhere nice and sunny?
Lucca sits down on some of the junk. Let's see here. I have anything useful? How long does this oil burn? Doesn't actually say. Does it? Oh, 6 hours.
6 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, most of the day then.
And if we're good to go,
I suppose.
Well, not much point lingering here.
All right, so you open the door. Yeah, and you're immediately like a wave of cool and moist air washes out of that room. There's a low stone well sitting to the east, and there's a large pile of armor, weapons, and tools lying in heaps in the north. As you can see, you can just loot that yourselves.
Mhm.
Let me see. Anything good?
I could take the healing potion if no one needs it.
Oh, I was about to
I
drop
was
that
about to
down as well.
Grenades.
I suppose the healing potion would be very effective if we encounter any other undead. Just throw it at them.
Yeah, it might also be helpful in keeping me breathing.
Yeah.
you can go ahead and pick that up.
Yes. It's all yours, I suppose.
Thank you. I will always be relying on your good services.
Oh yes, let me know if anybody needs this thing, he says, and pats the wand.
Mhm.
What wand?
Wand of healing.
Oh, right.
Does anyone want the rapiers, studded leather, or thieves' tools?
Well, we actually yeah, we have most of those.
Oh, there's gold pieces too. I didn't even see those.
Yeah, they forgot to put those in. They're listed in the description, but they're not part of the thing. They should be.
Do we have a party loot? Perhaps we'll just throw the gold in there for now.
We do.
Oh, the party loot already has a rapier.
Well, now it will have two.
I'm just gonna move the gold in there. And the rapier, I suppose. There's two rapiers.
There's two rapiers, and there's also a broken one that's not part of the lootable sheet, but it's just useless.
The armor, studded leather.
Yeah.
I know the weight of all this has to be adding up, but I'm assuming that we're distributing amongst ourselves. Lucca's really curious about this well, because the presence of a well implies that there's like
Yeah.
something down there. Yeah.
It could just be a water.
Well, but if that's all it is, then he kind of takes the lantern and just like holds it down, trying to see how far the light goes, if he can see the water.
Just a second. You can roll that check.
I wish I was better at these. Apparently I succeeded at something.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Just waiting on Simon.
Is there a way to respect a Pathfinder character?
There's retraining.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking because I would have to change like my subclass. What's it called? The class
Well, your
features,
fears, right?
or the
Can
class.
you- Yeah, I think that's retrainable.
I think they basically say that all the choices that you make during creation, apart from like class and ability scores, are retrainable.
And like ancestries.
Background and things like that. Yeah.
Okay, because the whole like Hunter's Edge without wit thing, I think sounded really cool before we started playing. I thought like I was making a cool and functional nerd, but I might have been mistaken.
Hunter's Edge.
Yeah, so Hunter's Edge, I believe, has like
And then you can pick them.
yeah. And I picked out wit because it gives you a bonus
Right.
to recall knowledge. So it's technically more likely to get a crit.
Oh, I see.
And those kind of things, it's like a real boost for the party as well.
I think you just maybe need to move around if that's possible. Like 1 point extra in intelligence or wisdom or whatever is the skill you're going to be using for.
But that's the problem. It's usually recall knowledge, and that is very subjective. It's different from one creature to the next.
Right, but I think recall knowledge typically, most of the knowledge checks you make are intelligence based, right?
It's half intelligence, half wisdom.
Arcana is intelligence, society is intelligence.
Occult is intelligence.
Occult is intelligence as well.
That leaves religion and nature for wisdom.
Okay. So religion and nature. I could dump nature because I have +5 there. And then just go for intelligence instead of wisdom.
Sorry about that. There was a peeing emergency. Not worry.
Because right now I have it the other way around. I have fear and intelligence plus 1 and wisdom, and those skills kind of spread out. Not very optimal.
Okay, so Lucca, you were interested in that well. So you kind of like cautiously leaned over, and you hear just at the edge of your hearing a strange sound drifting up from below. There's some splashing, which is what you would expect, but there's also like a murmur, almost like a small crowd talking. You can't make out individual words or anything, but it just seems like a small crowd, like, you know, almost like chatter, background conversations, but you can't pick out any individual words or make sense of it.
So I don't see the source of the sound.
You don't see anything down there.
I don't see the water either.
No. The rope and bucket that may have once been used to draw water are gone. The metal bracket in the ceiling is still here, though. It looks pretty strong. You were to anchor a rope and see what's down there.
And do I see the well like just it's like unbroken? The surface is unbroken all the way down. I don't see like any holes or anything. Down to 60.
So you shine your light down 30 feet of regular light and then 30 feet of dim. So if you should like point your lantern down there to really try to illuminate it. You see about 40 feet down. So in the dim part of the range of your light, you just see some reflections on the surface of the water.
Okay.
Can't tell if it's like clear or it looks just dark from where you're standing, but you do see that there's some water down there.
Okay.
About-
And I
about
do
the
have
light.
low vision, so I should
Okay.
be
Yeah.
able to see that decently.
Then indeed you see that it looks like a pool of water down there.
Okay. Lucca kind of turns back and he says, "This well is fairly deep, considering we're already beneath the surface of the swamp, and the water seems to be whispering. And that's not like some sort of poetic, flowery description. It is quite literally whispering."
Yeah, and you also see since you mentioned low light vision, you see that the well is like a shaft that goes down, and then there's a pool of water at the end. But you think that it's probably even deeper, so that like the shaft goes down, but then pierces the ceiling of some cavern, and then at the bottom of that cavern is the pool. Does that make sense?
Yes, and furthermore, it seems to open into a larger chamber, which is filled with water, as opposed to just being a well with water in it. It's another 40 feet down. Lucca's like pondering. He's like, "What is all this doing beneath a swamp? I mean, I know you said it was a hideout for the necromancer Bella
Belcora.
but still, this is significant, sizable.
Well, I mean, don't forges have well?
Oh, what have what? I didn't catch that.
Forges.
I
They're building something to require a forge. Like you say, underneath the swamp, something that they wanted to keep secret.
Well,
Seemingly, from what these Morlocks were shouldering as weapons, somewhat advanced. I mean, those firing mechanisms don't just happen themselves. It takes a bit of finesse. So something clever is behind all this. Something deliberate.
True. I don't believe that I've seen any ballistae around Otari or anything of the like employed by the god or such. I wonder where they could have gotten it from.
Well, and or who could be arming such creatures?
Right. Well, I suppose we're not going to get any answers standing around here, says Lucca, and he steps away from the well and kind of like turns, glances at it one last time, and keeps going.
I really want to drop a stone.
I believe there are entities down there that will become aware of us if you do such a thing. If they have not
I was
already.
curious. I wasn't gonna do it. I'm not. I'm not some fool of a took.
I would not put it past you. I don't mean that as an insult, but
Professional curiosity.
Right. Do we bother with this door, or do we assume that it has been boarded up for good reason?
Do we hear anything coming from that side?
Give me a perception check. Put your ear to the door, listen carefully.
I'll definitely give it a listen.
Lucca and Ottardo, you lean against the door. Lucca, you don't hear anything. Neither does Souma. But Ottardo, you kind of... You feel like there's some sort of, like, kind of like rustling or something. something is moving. It's not like something is moving about or anything. It's just that if you listen for a little while, you hear just very gentle movement of some kind.
Well, do we try this, or maybe do we get rid of the monstrosity behind us before that?
I think we can try.
I hate to be the one to point this out, but we are looking for a lost dwarf, are we not? Is it possible that he's been taken prisoner? There's
Yes,
people in there.
And Miss Mayor asked me to look out for some of her people down here too.
All right then. Let's start unmaking this barricade.
All right. Yeah, it's not charged. It's gonna take a couple of rounds to move away the heavy timbers. And then
Doing great.
I actually can move them away if you check. Which unblocks the door, and with a little bit of a push because of the wood being swollen from all the moisture, it's just kind of stuck in the frame. But Ottardo is strong enough to What? Oh, Ottardo is right. He's swole. You push open the door and you find what may have been a storeroom at some point. There's a couple of alcoves along the walls. The stone shelves in there are empty as far as you can tell. But there's a really foul smell assaulting you. And you quickly see why. Because there are four pitiful creatures. Sorry, there are three of them. That have been thrown in here. They're all clad in rags. They're all clearly suffering from malnutrition. They're on the floor. They as the light shines in, they're also seem to be almost blinded by it, having been in the dark for so long. They can barely move. They're and as the door opens, the light falls in, they just open up, and you hear with like this really dry mouths, really raspy voices. They just one of them just says, please, no more.
Who are you? What's your name?
Is it that? And they look up. They blink. As their eyes finally adjust after a little while, and they're processing what's happening, and say, that those words, you're not of those creatures. Have you come to set us free? You're here to
Creatures, sit down here.
It's so strange. Those strange ones. Are you? And they're barely making sense. And you can piece together that they must have been taken prisoner by the Morlocks. And they say, I'm Gorl. This is Shad. This one's Skilly. Please, do you have any food on you? Any water? But drinking nothing but the condensation in these rooms.
Someone will try to share some of the water that she has in her from her usual adventure pack.
Yeah,
I have rations on me for some reason. Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
He won't eat them anyway. Try not to eat it all at once. You look terrible. Are you?
Yeah. You hand that to them immediately, like drink it down, the air rations. Thank you so much. And as they do, you notice on their shoulders, each one of them has a tattoo of a bird. If you don't know that already, give me a society check.
Yes, Souma was already going to ask them Yeah, are you by any chance acquaintances of, of our friend Inismira?
Did she send you to save us?
She asked us to look out for you. Don't worry, she didn't forget.
Oh, we owe her. We really owe her. I wonder
As you do.
if it's worse owing her or spending our lives down here. But no, of course, I want to see the sun again. Please get us out of here. And as they like get a little bit of rations in them and a little bit of water, they manage to pick themselves up. They pull themselves up along the wall and they stand staggeringly.
There's how many of them?
3.
I think some of your stuff is back in the forge. You can have what's left of your clothes.
I don't suppose that any of you happen to have seen a dwarf who was being kept prisoner as well?
No. There's no dwarf. We had a friend with us. But no dwarf.
This friend of yours. What has happened to him or her?
A second. He didn't make it. They just it was too much.
Oh, right. Well, never mind. About a man who, and I quote, looks like a wolf.
No, what? No. Not please, Kim. Do you know the way out? Please.
Yes, of course, we do know the way out. I mean, after all, that's how we got in. But is there anything else that you can tell us about this place, or what even were you doing here?
We were fools. We believed the stories about riches hiding under the Gauntlight, under the keep. We landed on the pier at the edge of the complex. And then we found this cavern. We thought maybe there's some truth to it. Because, I mean, treasures are in caverns, right? It just all seemed to make sense, but we snuck inside. And then we these creatures, these savages, wild.
More like
men. Yes, that's what you want to call them. They surprised us and took us. One of us didn't make it, and then they just threw us in here. They didn't understand a word they were talking. We have no idea what they were trying to do, or what. It was until you came in here. We had lost all hope.
Yes. And this cavern that you mentioned, how did you make your way to it from up above?
All right. Give me sorry. I have to.
Sure.
Sorry. I honestly wasn't expecting to go this way, so I don't have my story straight. So let me just get that right. Right. No. So they let's rewind a little bit. So they four of them. There were four of them, and they tossed us in here. We have no idea for what purpose. But then they took our friend, and he never came back. I don't know what they're doing with them. Please, you have to watch out if you can find him. He must still be in there somewhere.
Yes. Lucca turns his mask to give a meaningful look at his companions. I'm sure he's still out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
How many warlocks have you seen?
It was just a handful of them maybe, but they caught us completely off guard. So we can usually take care of
but
it was just. Then the
and the
darkness.
darkness.
They seemed to feel right at home, and we were basically blind. We didn't stand a chance.
Yes, you really ought to have some light.
Yeah,
Who would go to
to an underground complex without a light? We're fools.
Only total idiots would do such a thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I would offer you mine, but I need it.
Of course.
Well,
You're one leg.
we can escort you upstairs.
Yeah. Ottardo says, and I assume he's like helping them up and like propping them up. Like, we can get you outside. Okay, and then yeah, they're nodding, to having trouble staying on their feet. They gratefully accept your help as you lead them out and upstairs.
Oh, I do have 5 torches. I'll remember that next time.
And as you wander out of the keep on the first floor on the above ground level, they stagger out into the sunlight, still blinking. And they did you actually give them their equipment back? Or did you outfit them with anything?
Oh, that's what was in that chest. That makes sense.
Yes, it was just
Well, they can have it back. It's like, it was 2 rapiers and 1 leather armor.
3 suits of studded leather and 2 rapiers.
Oh, 3? I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3.
Okay, well.
So they would probably see that you had that with you, because it's kind of hard to hide all of that stuff in a backpack. So they if you can give us our stuff back, I think we can make it to town. We'll make sure we'll let her know that you saved us.
Yes, of course. There's your leather. There's your rapiers. You didn't have anything else when you down here, right? Because we didn't find anything else.
Keep it all. If you find it, keep it. It's just we just want to go home.
Very good.
And then they run off into the fog fen. And you
farewell. Try not to be traumatized for the rest of your lives.
Stop going into random games.
Yes, learn from your lessons.
Exactly. All right, I'm just gonna move you back to this chamber because that's where we're gonna be back. So as you then return to this level.
As we come back down, Ottardo is going to call for another 10-minute break to patch up Birke a bit better, if everyone is fine with that.
I'm especially fine with that.
All right.
Thank you very much, Ottardo. Really don't know what I'm gonna do.
So there were more doors up north. Do we want to go check those, or?
I don't think we need to keep checking every door we're stumbled into. We're only finding pain on the other side. Then again, there might be poor trapped victims, so I don't know.
Yes, it seems that it would be prudent to see if we can come across any other, well, at the very least, people whose lives can be saved, or at the most, some real answers about what's going on here. Because I, for one, am finding myself with a long and increasingly long list of questions.
Are Birke and Souma following?
Yes.
Aye.
That's the wrong way, Carlos. Yeah. All right, so you walk up more. You walk underneath these broken metal brackets hanging from the ceiling. Still unclear what they may have once held. Certainly nothing left.
Do we check
could-
the
could-
lights or do we check the other doors?
Could Ottardo make a craft check for that, maybe?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Go for it. 20, oh, that's pretty good. Well, now that you've seen these broken ballista parts that the Morlocks were tinkering with, you wouldn't say that it's or you would say it's likely that these things were these brackets were holding swinging ballistas at some point. Maybe they fell down, maybe the Morlocks took them down and broke them apart, not really fully understanding their purpose. But now there's only detritus left.
Okay, well at least it's not it's no longer a threat.
Yes.
Why would you need to defend this particular tunnel so heavily?
I guess we are going to find out.
I'm
Well,
going to stand over here so the light shines into the room for you.
on the other hand, well, Belcora was a little necromancer, so he probably took protecting her lair very responsibly.
Okay, so you move into the room. The first thing that catches your eye is the broken down torture instruments that you see lying in a half-collapsed heap on the floor here. If you get a little further into the room to the north, you'll see a ruined stretching rack. To the south, a pillory lies fallen on the floor. Rusty tongs and chains, frayed and rotten whips and other implements lie on tottering shelves.
Torture implements whatever is behind that door. It's not gonna be a pretty sight.
Oh, dastardly.
Hold on here, because Souma, you notice as you scan the room in abject horror of its former purpose, you notice to the south one of the metal rings. Like there are a number of places there are metal rings on the wall, probably to like chain prisoners to it. But there's one of them that's particularly rusty, as if like they're for some reason the wall is like more damp in this place. So it strikes you as odd.
At this point, now someone will feel a bit daring, so we'll come closer and try to pull it.
Yeah, and as you pull it, the entire section of the wall gives way, and you reveal a secret passage to the south.
Yeah, then she'll jump back and say like, "We have another one."
Oh. Well done. Again.
All right, Ottardo, you move into this very short hallway that has this strange dead end to the south, but then to the west you see another door.
I need some light. Just a regular door, nothing special about it.
There's nothing particularly special. This looks pretty much like most of the other doors. Some sturdy wood, swollen from all the moisture.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
And the room beyond is certainly something else. The walls are smooth, gray, and there's a ribbon of pale blue light that coils and slithers through the air, connecting the floor at the center of the room to the ceiling 15 feet above you. The points where this light touches the stone above and below seethe and writhe as if the stone itself were suffering from an infection. The first association that comes to mind. You see the desiccated remains of an enormous worm that lies slumped around the ribbon, forming a crescent of shriveled and tattered purple flesh.
Okay, first of
nothing
all,
else is
Sorry, that was two people at the same time. I'll let go.
no, I was just making a joke. Like, first of all, you
Right. Accurate. Time.
So we're seeing the ribbony thing swirl, and it's stable. Like nothing else is happening at the same time.
Yeah. It's just going from one point on the floor to one point at the ceiling high above, and it's just like.
All of the light, basically.
Yeah, slithering through the air between those 2 points, and where it touches the stone looks like it's. Yeah, like I said, your first association is as if it's suffering from an infection. It almost looks like a wound.
Ottardo's going to close the door, turn around, and do you want to check that out, or do you want to maybe look at the other rooms?
Check
Yeah,
what
yeah,
out?
what particularly?
nothing to
Nothing to
see.
hear.
What? What did you see?
Nothing. I say we move
Move
on.
on.
You can
Pay
come
no
closer.
mind to it.
You can come closer if you want, then take a peek.
Well, it's just
It's
a closed. Oh.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Oh.
Did I not
Did I
warn
not
you?
warn you?
Oh my goodness. Oh,
No, Ottardo,
Can
can
you
you please
shut
shut the door? And can we get
What?
out of here?
What is this? Oh no. Oh, hold on now. What is this?
Something
Something
very likely to get us killed.
Yeah.
How do you lean again?
So, I think with is it Q or S? I don't remember exactly. But Lucca, as you behold this, you see the same thing. There's this ribbon of pale blue light energy, whatever it is, that is coiling and slithering through the air in the center of this chamber and touching the stone at the top and the bottom. But your association with what you see there, and how it makes you feel is different to how Ottardo responded to it. To you, it's like, I mean, it's still unsettling to you, especially because of the remains of this enormous, large purple worm. But the energy itself does not unsettle you as much. And instead, it's almost like you feel. I mean, not warm, but it gives you some sort of. It draws you in somehow.
Well, this looks surprisingly well disconcerting. Also, in a strange way, inviting. Is there some sort of recall knowledge check I can relate it to this, or a lore check?
Yeah. That would be religion, I guess. Or I mean, what governs energy of any, like, is there planar still?
I suppose it would depend on the type of energy.
Yeah.
I would think if it's like,
Let's do the other way around. Like, what are your knowledge?
I mean, I could give you religion. I do have. I am trained in Arcana as well.
Give me religion.
I also have lore devils and lore spirit.
Okay, give me a religion check.
Spirits. Religion. Okay, not amazing. Just kind of the natural one.
You want to use your
point? We're almost done for the day, right?
Right.
How about a 20?
You think that this is negative energy.
Yeah.
Pure, uncut negative energy.
Do I have any idea what would happen if let's say, dead creature was exposed to that? Or
I mean,
let's
you
say,
know,
a
that usually undead creatures respond positively to negative energy.
Lucca looks down at his body's been smacked around a bit. His bones are kind of crunching. He's like, I'm just going to have a look. He's gonna step forward.
Lucca, no.
As the rest of
Can I by the color?
Well, I guess if he lets you, or unless you really want to overpower him.
Won't be but a moment, and if anything terrible happens, just shut the door and run away. He's going to move very carefully, so as not to step on the body of this worm.
All right,
Yeah, he's gonna look around him as he goes too. He doesn't want to step on something that he shouldn't.
Okay. So the way this plays out in my head is that the group is like piled up in that little tiny little passage. Everybody's trying hard not to step into the room, and everybody's like, Lucca, no, come out of there. What are you? This is not gonna end well. And Lucca like just fascinated by this. It's like a moth drawn to a flame almost. It's just this. You've never seen a well of negative energy like that. That would just continuously churn or well up like this. And you carefully gingerly step around the desiccated carcass of this giant worm. And as you get closer and closer to the pillar of pale blue light, it's almost like you can feel warmth. And I would imagine this skeleton. You only have a memory of what warmth feels like, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And you step closer and closer. And finally, your friends watch in horror as you reach out into the light. And it blows back the cloak, revealing the raw bone underneath of your skeleton. And it's just like a warm shower. It's really just bringing back memories that you didn't even know you were having. The associations of being entirely comfortable and you step into it and let it just wash over you. It's just engulfs you entirely and heals you for 2d6 per round. And with that, we're just gonna end for today because I feel like that's such a weird.